Don't you hate when you think you have one problem, only to come to realize that you got a whole bunch of problems? Sometimes we think we only have one problem until you go to address the problem. Then you realize that one problem is actually just the symptom of a larger set of problems. Let's take anger, for example. Not that anger is a problem in and of itself, but if you stay angry for large durations of time and you don't know how to regulate it, then high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke, which is a problem. In order to address that problem, you have to ask yourself, like, where's this problem coming from? What's the onset of this problem? And in order to answer that, you have to follow it down the rabbit hole. Peel back the layers of the onion and explore further. And as you start to learn about your anger and explore further, you may realize that anger is a secondary emotion. Underneath it are primary emotions such as sadness and fear. Or as you start to process and explore your anger, you may realize, like, I get angry when I'm impatient or when I have a resentment towards myself or other individuals. And resentment stems from unrealistic expectations. You might start to realize, like, I'm angry because I have an overactive amygdala, which is the fear and anger portion of the brain designed to help us protect ourselves. And I have problems with my top-down processing, the descending inhibitory circuitry that's designed to calm my amygdala down, which is common in adults who suffered from childhood trauma. Or you might start to realize, like, shit, I like to be angry because I'm addicted to that chemical cocktail, the neurochemicals of dopamine and adrenaline that are released in my body. I like being angry because it gives me a sense of power and control, which combats a negative core belief associated with helplessness. So then you're like, damn, do I have a problem with anger? Or do I have a problem with sadness and fear and impatience and resentments, unrealistic expectations, top-down processing, descending inhibitory circuitry designed to calm my amygdala down because of childhood trauma? Or am I just addicted to the chemicals that are released in my brain? Or do I have a problem with a negative core belief associated with helplessness? So that one problem is actually just a symptom in a larger set of problems. And all problems are like that. We have to read between the lines, follow it down the rabbit hole, and pull the weed out by the root. You have to address not just the problem that bubbles to the surface, but also the underlying core problems. Timber approves this message.